hello. What? It's Thursday. Welcome to Thursday. This is the day that everybody needs a little bit of a boost because, Friday's tomorrow. You don't need a boost on Friday because Friday is Friday and it's the last day and you've got your little boost because it's like last day. You need the boost on Thursday. You got to have a little bit of boost on Thursday there. That's why we're here. Hang out, have a little beer, drink, talk about Thursday, talk about things. Welcome to the Beercast, folks. Hope you had a good week this week. I'm watching you guys are here. Right there you are. You guys are here. I'm here. You're here. I have no pants. That's going to be a great show. So, I hope, my audio and everything's coming through. So, yep, it appears everything's going great. It takes a little bit of time for your, as you can see on the screen, for your chat, for your messages to come through. But, that's okay. I get them. Bacon. Shen Lung says bacon. There's nothing wrong with bacon. Nothing in the world wrong with bacon. Bacon could solve all of the world's problems. Either bacon and beer. I don't know how. I don't know how it would work. But I am certain that bacon and beer would solve all of the world's problems. I know it could. Just don't know how. Welcome to the show, everyone. It's good to have you back. It's good to see you again. I get to hang out with you some more. I love doing this. Again, I mean, I think I did a show last, but yeah, I did in January. But either way, if you didn't watch that one, welcome to 2016. Rough year so far. I'm hoping that 2016 is kind of getting its dickery out of the way just early. I'm hoping it's just going, you know what, I'm just going to get my bullshit out of the way in the first month or so and just be done with it because we've lost a lot of, important people so far this year. We lost Lemmy. We lost David Bowie. We lost Alan Rickman. Of course, Sam Conway Sr. I'm going to talk about more about that later. But as much as that is the case, I think it's always important to look forward to what's coming, And first of all, we got spring coming. Spring is coming. I'm starting to. It's like today. One of my roommates, Randy, loved the guy. He actually was the first day that he had his window was open in his bedroom, and I'm like, walked in, and I'm like, your window's open. Are you nuts? Do you want to let the Arctic mess in the fucking house? And it wasn't Arctic mess. It was actually fresh air from outside that wasn't terribly, terribly cold. And it's like, oh my God, I think the world's coming back. That would be nice. So spring is coming. Zootopia is coming. For all I know, everybody is, it's a subject. I know it, but come on, God damn it. We're all going to go and watch Zootopia. You know we are. It's coming out. This is probably the biggest furry movie event in the last at least 5 years is Zootopia. It's March 4th, I believe it comes out. So, yeah, I mean, there's already, organizing parties and people that are getting together to, furries that are getting together to actually show up and watch Zootopia in mass, which I think is going to be, it's probably going to be a fun video. I arranged my lights a little bit differently. They look okay. Like when the camera's over there and I'm doing gaming videos, they look okay. But when I have the camera here and I'm doing the Beercast, it makes me look cross-eyed. Do I look cross-eyed? Because it's on the... Looking at the little preview, it's almost like I look cross-eyed. Like I'm sitting here going, If I look cross-eyed, I'll switch that shit. Because that's just... I'm sorry if that's the case. I don't mean to be cross-eyed. I don't. It's just a part of my personality. Just something that makes me unique. Yes. So... there are new conventions coming up. I know that a lot of you guys out there, I've been hearing from a lot of people lately that they are, this is going to be the first year that they'll ever go to a furry convention. And it never ceases to amaze me how it's like every year a bunch of new furries come in, and a lot of them contact me because they're like, hey, you're old, you've been in the fandom for fucking 50 years, and so, what's it like, and what do I do? How do I get in? What membership card do I sign? And they ask me for advice, and I love that. I love the fact that they do that, and I just tell them, look, man, it's just open, just find some furries and hang out with them, and just be a part of the group, and it's pretty much that easy. And a lot of furries every year pop up and be like, oh, this is my first year. First year, I'm going to a con this year. I'm going to Anthrocon. I'm going to MFF. What should I do? What should I consider? And so I'm going to be, later in the show, going to be giving you my personal convention tips that I've gathered over, 15 years of experience going to conventions forever and ever. And I'll give you some tips, maybe things that you hadn't thought about. Some of them maybe you've discovered on your own. But either way, I'm going to give you my tips. Sirius Otter said, I'd love to contact you when I go. I don't want you to go. Don't go. Please stay here with me. Let's see. Sorry, I'm sure that was a reference to something else that I didn't get on the screen, but yeah, it says, you got a shadow right down the middle of your face. It's kind of suspenseful. I know, it's like, see, normally when I'm playing video games, it's like this. And the camera's there, and the light is here, and there's kind of a dark place over here, which is great for the video games. But when you move the camera over there, now suddenly there's this sort of menacing kind of dark area in the middle of my face, and it's not very flattering. I'm gonna have to remember that. I should have put that light over. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I fucked up the lights. Hey, too, I promise not to weird you out the next time I see you at a con. From Andrew Hall. I don't remember you weirding me out, so obviously you didn't weird me out that much, or else I'd remember it. People who weird me out, I remember that shit. And so apparently you didn't weird me out too much. You weren't that person that... was there moisture involved and mayonnaise and a tiny, tiny, plushy rhinoceros? Because if that was not you, then you didn't wear me out. Okay, so... Biohazardra? Nice name. I like that one, actually. Not been to a con yet, but I really hope to. Known the fandom since November 2014 or so. Welcome to it. Welcome to the place. Go to a con. You would really, 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 really love it. You would love the cons. The cons are amazing. Especially Anthrocon. You go to Anthrocon, and it's not just... you're hanging out in a hotel. There's an entire, the entire middle of town, the center of this major city. You look out your hotel window from 15 floors up, and you look down, and there's this stream of people walking down the streets, and they're all wearing ears and tails, and they've got furry shirts. It's like, oh my God. We just took this over. It's ours. This whole shit belongs. And somebody walks up and is like, what's all this stuff going on? It's like, fuck you, bitch. This is our town now. You'll find out after we're gone, because this shit, we own it right now. You can't interfere with us. But no, actually, the great thing about Anthrocon is that nobody actually does that, because people are actually really nice. They come up and they ask what it's about, and all the furries are really friendly, and they explain it. And I think it was last year was the first year that they decided to actually send the fursuit parade, which is a normal occurrence at a furrycon. Yeah, they usually have fursuit parades that go around the hotel, and they come back, and everybody gets to see the fur. Well, last year at Anthrocon, they sent the fursuit parade out into the streets of Pittsburgh, and there were people that were like normal Pittsburgh citizens that showed up to watch the parades by the hundreds, and they've got these signs like, we love furries, and they're watching the fursuit parades with their kids, and it was just so amazing. It was so awesome. It was so crazy I could have died. I watched it and I went, bleh. I died once. Okay, that's one death. One death on the Beercast. Good. I think I need to have 2 of them, don't I? I lost track. I need to have at least two deaths on every Beercast. I can't remember. I almost said Beercast. Whale Rule says, and the flag will be a giraffe and telephone. Well, telephone's a prophet. There will be many prophets, but giraffe will do on the flag. I'm seeing lots of brie. Brie! Brie! Yes, brie to everyone. Brie to all of you believers out there. For those of you who don't know what this is all about, you know, maybe I'll have to come and knock on your door and ask you, have you found Great Giraffe? Have you found him? Her? I'm sorry, I decided that, no, I didn't decide. Great Giraffe spoke to me and let me know that, just for reference sake, that Great Giraffe is a she. Great Giraffe is a female. So, female Great Giraffe just pounded me in the head a little bit, said, by the way, I'm a female. And I'm like, okay, yes, Great Giraffe. Thank you. Thank you for your knowledge and wisdom upon my face. So, yes. Great Giraffe, the female. I'm pre-gaming a little bit. Sorry. I'm drinking the other beer. Oh, what the hell? We're live, right? We're live. It's Thursday night. This is our hangout time. I mean, I don't want to make this... I really like our hangout time. I like being able to talk. Oh, where's your giraffe? The Reaper says, where's your giraffe? Oh, shit. Hang on. I totally neglected to bring my giraffe up here. You know what? Here. Let me put it right up here. There we go. Now we got the giraffe. Okay. Now we can do this. Got the giraffe. I noticed some of you guys noticed that on my last few gaming videos is that I put the giraffe up there. So, yeah. She's up there. He's up there, whichever it is. And just for support. But, yeah, either way. Oh, sorry. Slegiar Drake says, hey, random question for you. How long did it take for your face to dry out after that Ori and the Blind Forest first video? Little bit. That was kind of sad. I've had a lot of people that write to me in there, and I don't want to say that, oh, stop doing this. I hate this. I had a lot of people write to me after Ethan Carter and after that first episode of Ori and the Blind Forest. And they were like, you need a hug, you poor thing. Come here. I would hug you if I could. And, but I want you guys to, and some people took it really seriously. It's like, hey, listen, it'll be okay. You're going to be okay. Don't worry. And I'm like, hey, I'm not that fragile. It's like, I like, sometimes in life, you want to be sad. You want to hear a sad story. You want to be able to respond emotionally to something sad. And I'm fine with that. I think that's a part of life, is when sometimes you have to respond to something sad. And when you do, sometimes it feels good in a way to be able to do that, you know? And that's, in the case of the video games that I played so far, it has felt good to do that. It's felt good to let that go. So, people have written in, they're worried about me. It's like, are you okay? You played that episode of Ori. Are you fine? You're not going to, stab an ice pick through your head and kill yourself. You're not going to jump off the Grand Canyon now because you're sad, are you? No, I don't come from an era that does shit like that. It's like, where I come from, you get sad, you appreciate, in a way, the sadness that you have, and then you move on with life, having felt something new, which is in itself, I think, a good thing. Speaking of it being a rough year, I do want to mention that in case you guys didn't know, because some of you in the chat didn't know before, that Uncle Kage, his father, died last week. Sam Conway Sr. It wasn't exactly unexpected. It was something that it was building up, and we knew it was going to happen at some point. So it wasn't like a total surprise. It was very dignified. It was very solemn, and it was taken care of very quickly. I do want to point everybody to a memorial fund that's I've linked down in the description, and the reason why is because it's sad enough when someone has to leave you, when someone has to die. But anymore in this country, the way it works, you now have Mrs. Conway, who is a survivor of Mr. Conway, and the government is literally picking her apart. They're like, "Oh, he left you a will. Well, let's take a look at this will. What is your finances? How much do you have in the bank? How much can we take from you? How much can?" And they're just literally just picking everything apart from her. And this is, I don't know if you've ever met Mrs. C. She's this wonderful, kind, lady, and the government is just completely trashing her. And so there is a fund that is going on right now to actually help pay for the burial costs. Not the burial costs, but the funeral costs, because he wasn't buried; he was cremated. For Sam Conway Sr. And it's in the description below. And if you guys feel like going, and don't be intimidated by, there's some larger numbers in there, $100, $200. Don't be intimidated by that, because any little bit even counts. I mean, don't be intimidated by going in there and saying, "Hey, I got $5 to throw at this," because all those amounts actually add up. And it's a good thing, and it would go directly for helping Mrs. C, which right now she needs hugs. The bug needs hugs. They got to get some hugs, because it's a traumatic experience to lose a father. I lost mine when I was 22, and it took Uncle Kage until he was 84 to lose his. Because he's old. But so yeah, it's if you guys can go there and give up $5, $10, a couple of sodas, then please do, because it really would help out with Mrs. C while they're battling the whole funeral legal battle crap about who gets what. It's really a terrible thing. The fact that when you lose somebody that's close to you, the first thing that happens is people swoop in, and the government swoops in, and they're like, "Well, sorry to hear about that. So what can we take from you?" Even the police come in, and they're like, we need to investigate this. And this is within maybe an hour of you discovering that your loved one has died. The police are there. They're questioning you, trying to find out if you killed him. The government is there trying to find out what they can take from you. And it's really it's a tough experience. But, the Conways, I know them well, and they're no slouches. They're tough, and they've braved it out, and they're doing as well as can be expected. So there is that. Either way, check out that link. I'm going to go here on break for just a few minutes, and I will be back after that. We're going to talk about the weekly beer, because I got a beer, even though I've been pre-gaming, got a beer. Check out some of your newest photos. Some of these things are amazing. Thank you for those. See you in a few. I was watching the break with you guys. A lot of those, I'm really amazed at some of the photos that you guys send in. Some of those are really, really good, and you'll notice they kind of help make the show. You know, the whole, you know, the breaks, the times that I get to show things that come from you guys. I really like doing that, and so yeah, it's really awesome that you guys do that. So please, yeah, keep sending in the photographs, and I don't care what they're about. I mean, usually I'll suggest things like, hey, you know, it's getting spring, so why not start sending in some pictures of like the first flowers and the first blades of grass and things like that. But you don't have to do that. I mean, you can just send in whatever, you know, you feel like, whatever kind of, you know, images motivate you or whatever you care about. That's fine. Sorry, Jonathan. I call him Train. We call him Train. We know him well here. Train sends in pictures of trains. Well, he sends in more pictures than that. He actually sent in a lot of those pictures of the birds. But he also sends in pictures of trains. That's fine. They're really good pictures of trains. And, Sword Hort says, I wonder if two ever got those pics I sent months ago, or if I just missed them showing on the show. You probably missed them. You probably missed because I've been I always use the new ones that come in, and then as soon as the new ones are gone, I go to old ones. But, oh, God. That's a good one. Peter Waffle, say, too, what's your email to send pictures to? Any mail that you want to send to this particular show, send it to beercast@gmail.com. That's the mail for anything that you want to do towards this. If you want to send in mails that I read, or just a comment, or any pictures or artwork or whatever, send it to beercast@gmail.com. I have a beer here. I'm going to hope with all my heart that this doesn't suck. The carrot beer was bad. That was terrible. And the last beer I got that was a ginger beer. Normally I like ginger beer. This beer didn't taste like ginger at all. I don't know. There was not very gingery much, period. This one is called Creme Brulee. Now, I don't know how many of you out there have actually had creme brulee. Creme brulee is usually a dessert that they serve at more high-class, fancy / expensive restaurants. I don't know if you guys frequent those. I love my food, so I actually I save up money to actually go to the more expensive places because I love really well-prepared food. And so I love creme brulee. Creme brulee is something that I love. This beer is supposedly crafted with berries and vanilla beans, which is main component in creme brulee. I forgot to get a glass, so we can't actually see the color of it, but looking into here, it looks pretty dark to me. So, dark beer, creme brulee. Let's try this out. It's made by Southern Tier Brewing Company. It smells fruity and vanilla-y. It definitely smells like the fruit and vanilla. Oh, wow. Holy balls. Holy balls. Give me that. Oh balls. I just found a new beer that I'm going to drink all of. All of it. All of that beer is going into my face. Oh my God. I mean, okay. There is a really, it doesn't taste sweet. It doesn't taste like soda pop like some of the beers I've had. It actually, there's a very hopsy, beery flavor to it. In the background, there's kind of a bitter flavor, like a darker beer, if you've ever experienced that. But on top, it tastes like creme brulee. It tastes like fruit and vanilla. That's been, I don't know if you creme brulee is usually they take a blowtorch and they crisp this coating of sugar on the top side that makes it kind of burnt. So you get this kind of burned sort of sugary flavor, and the beer, the hops in here actually covers for that. It simulates that. All right, that's good. That's good. And I picked it. Toast didn't pick it. That's why it's good. Hang on a sec. Yep. The creme brulee beer is awesome. Oh, my. So, while I'm drinking my creme brulee beer, I know last time I talked about I was going to open. I didn't want to do it, but I opened up a $300 patron level on my Patreon. I didn't want to do that because it's too much to pay for my stupid shit. Somebody took it, though. Somebody actually did it. And the perk is they get to fly to my house for a week. I get to teach them what I do, how I do it, and by the end of the week, I will help direct and produce a rant that's basically written, made by them, and I will put it on my channel. Somebody took that perk. And I've talked with this person, mainly because I wanted to make sure that this wasn't a strain for them, because that's a lot of money to pay per month. I don't want somebody to strain. It's like, you better, and I wrote to him, I was like, you better be hemorrhaging money, bitch. You better be making $100 milkshakes in the morning and eating them. You better be some kind of rich. Well, turns out he's a U.S. Marine. And we talked over the financial situation and everything like that, which I'm not going to go into detail to because that's private business. But yeah, it's cool. I have a $300 patron. That's kind of crazy. You know who you are. I don't know if you're watching this or not, but if you are, then you know we've already talked. We're going to talk again. We're going to get to know each other pretty well. So here's to you, creme brulee. Maybe I'll take you some around here and we'll have some real creme brulee, not just the beer. Oh, man, that's good. Wow, that's really good. Hang on, what does it say? Oh. Here, okay. 25 degrees plateau, 2-row barley, dark caramel malt, vanilla bean, lactose sugar, Columbus and Horizon hops, and natural flavors. Very dark. Body is full. Bitter is medium. I love this. They actually have the specifics on the back. Pair organic vanilla ice cream and cheesecake. That would go good with this, I think. Store dark, upright, 48 degrees. Serve in a snifter. I didn't have a snifter. Sorry. I'm just going to drink it out of the bottle. But it's good this way. Oh, man. So, let's see. Kilo 6 Charlie. We still need 2 to hit the milestone where he runs for president. People have been asking me about that. I don't in any way expect to actually reach that level, but if it does happen, then I will follow through. I will actually campaign for president, and I will go out and I will campaign and I will make speeches and I will try my best to become president. I would actually wind up being the first, at least known, furry presidential candidate in history. And I would not make any kind of attempt to hide that either. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't make attempt to hide that I'm gay, that I'm furry, that I'm atheist. I would go right out there and say, I'm gay, I'm furry, and I'm atheist, and here is what I think needs to go on with, the country. Here's what I think. What I think is that all these people that are up there in front of you have never actually experienced life in normal America. They've always been rich. They've always been privileged. They've always been in some kind of position where they have no the fuck idea what's going on in normal everyday life in the United States, and I do. I've been there, I've done the whole thing, and I know what we need, and I know what we want, and I know how to do it. And that would be I would campaign as an independent, and I would do that. And I would ask, I don't know if he would accept, but I would ask as my running mate to be Uncle Kage. And he may accept, he may not. But either way, I think he might actually accept that either way, digitally, Deggins Linsang, sorry, it takes me a minute, says, I'd vote for you too. You seem to have a head on your shoulders. I just want honest equality, and I'm not talking about equality the way that a lot of these extremists are talking about. Let's have equality, which basically means you never hurt my feelings. No, I would want honest equality for everyone. I'm an atheist, but I would want equality for every religion. I would want every religion to be able to practice, equally and get the same equal rights, even though I don't believe in any gods. I would want everyone to have equal. I would want every, thank goodness now we do have, we're getting towards equality as far as, alternative sexual lifestyles. I would want to go more for that. I would want to go for, I would invest heavily in green energy. I mean, heavily. That would be my thing. It's like, no, let's shut down this, crap where we have to, spend billions of dollars every year cleaning up these messy companies and take those billions of dollars and put them towards green energy. We have that. We have the technology. We could be doing this by now. We could be leading the world in this, but we're not, because these assholes over here have a lot of money and a lot of power, and they don't want to let that go. I wouldn't let that affect me. And this is probably why I wouldn't win. But that would be my campaign strategy is screw the big businesses. I'm going to do what's best for the country and best for the people. And I'd do that. That's what I would do. And I would do it drinking beer the whole time. Hey, do you know that Woodrow T. Wilson, being an old guy, I can tell you this. Woodrow T. Wilson was president during Prohibition back in the 30s when they made alcohol illegal. He was the very first person to drink an alcoholic drink once it was legal. He signed the bill into law that made alcohol legal again and immediately turned around and shook the very first legal martini, dumped it, and drank it. I don't think there's anything wrong with a president appreciating alcohol. Nothing wrong with that at all. Oh, man. Sora Hort, it's funny because he actually went to this site, and I wanted to mention this, that actually compares your YouTube channel. It shows your likes versus your dislikes and looks at the percentage of, how many dislikes versus likes. And it turns out that as much as I appear to be hated by a lot of people, strangely, according to the site that he looked up, my channel, my Ranting Griffin channel, has one of the highest percentages of likes versus dislikes on YouTube than a lot of other people, which I find really, really funny because I have this reputation of being a hated person, but for some reason I'm not getting any of that hate except for when it comes in these waves of SJWs that come by and then blow over and go on to something else. So I guess I just wanted to say that the only reason I brought that up is because I wanted to say that you guys are an amazing audience. You are the most amazing audience ever, and I just, I know a lot of you come over here from the Ranty Griffin channel, and some of you are interchangeable, and Real Beercast now. And I just want to say that you guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. I really feel like I have a community. I really feel like I have a family here. I won't go severely into it, but I don't have a whole lot of family, and I don't have a whole lot of friends. And so I really do feel like you guys are my family. Gonna take a bit of a break, and I will see you guys on the other side of that, where I will give you those convention tips that I promised. So, take care, enjoy the photos, see you in a few minutes. Very nice. Very nice pictures. Hey, too, do you know if there are any conventions in the Toronto area? There are. There's one called, what? Help me out, folks. What is it? It's Feral. Feral is in the Toronto area. Yes, Camp Feral. In fact, I was guest of honor there once, and it was amazing. I got to do things at Camp Feral as a GOH that I've never been able to do at any other convention before, because what they do is you're in Toronto, and they pick you up in this bus, several buses, at a particular location, and they drive you out to an actual summer camp location in the middle of Canada, in the woods. And the furries take it over. They take it absolutely over. And instead of having events like, the Fursuit Parade and the variety show and the stuff like that, they have volleyball games and they have football games, and you sleep in cabins, and the food. This is the part that really surprised me, is because I'm like, okay, food time. Food was taken care of, and I went in there. It's like, okay, it's going to be summer camp food, right? So go in there the first day, and it's like, this baked ziti with meatballs and asparagus, grilled asparagus with shaved Parmesan cheese and sea salt, and did really fancy dessert. And then the next day it was some kind of Chinese dish. The food was really, really good. And I have never, other than Camp Feral, I could never say that I kayaked at a fucking FurCon. I got in a kayak and I went out in the middle of the damn lake, and I'm paddling out there, and there's loons. There's these birds that go underwater and they swim underwater, and they go, and they were popping up and they're going bloop right next to me, and it's like, what's up? And I'm like, I'm a furry. They're like, I am too. Bloop. And they went down underwater. I've never had any experience like that before except for Camp Feral, and that starts in Toronto. They pick you up in Toronto. So yeah, there is definitely a very cool furry con that happens at least in or around Toronto. God, I'm glad there's what, one more break? I gotta admit something to you guys. I'm sitting here watching the little clock over here, and it's a really long show now. Every time another break goes by, I'm actually honestly a little more thankful, and the reason why is because being totally real with you guys right now, I am absolutely nervous doing the show, doing the rants, doing the game videos. I mean, imagine if it was you doing this. How would you feel? Well, that's how I feel. I'm not any different than you are. I do it because I push myself to do it, because I know that it's giving people a smile, that it's helping some people, and I love interacting with you guys, but at the same time, I'm just a dude. I mean, I'm seriously just a dude, and yeah, this stuff makes me nervous. I imagine walking. Okay, imagine tomorrow, literally tomorrow, you have to walk up some stairs, and at the end of these stairs, little short stairs, there's 4 of them, is going to be a stage, and you're going to turn around and you're going to look at 4,000 people. And as soon as you do that, they're all going to go, wah, and cheer. That's, I mean, the way that you feel about that, That's the way I feel about that. I'm sitting backstage and I'm a wreck. But I do it because I push myself to do it because I know that it makes other people happy. And really, if there's anything I can do to make other people happy, I don't care if it makes me nervous. I don't care what it does to me. I want to make other people smile. And yeah, so sometimes in life, it's if you want to make people happy, you want to actually do something for your fellow man, and you want to leave this earth a better place than you found it, which I think is the ultimate of what anyone should ever want to do, is to do what they can to leave this planet better than when they were brought into it. Then sometimes you just have to do things that you absolutely are afraid of, that maybe you don't instantly want to do, that you're sitting back there going, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. You have to shove yourself into doing that. And I guarantee you, once you do that, and it's done, and you know that you've done something that's made life for other people better, you're going to feel really good. That's what will keep you going. That's what will make you want to do it again, is the fact that, I did a thing. I made somebody's life better. You're not going to want to stop there. It's like tattoos. You can't just have one. You know, it's potato chips. Can't just eat one. You will have to do it again. Just do it one time. Just do it one time. Just put yourself up to some challenge that you know is going to make life better for other people. And I guarantee you, you will not be able to stop. You will not be able to stop doing it over and over and over again. And you will become a person who is constantly trying to make people happy and trying to give people a smile, because that's in our nature. And if you allow that nature to come out, there's nothing like it. There's absolutely no feeling like it in the world. And that's why I'm here right now, being all nervous by myself in front of camera. Well, I'm not by myself. I have you guys. And I was glancing out of the corner of my eye, and I did see your comments there. And I saw the comments during the video, and thank you very much for that. Thank you. A lot of you guys are so supportive of me, and I love you guys. I love all you guys. I don't consider myself any more or less important in our community than you guys are. I just happen to be the guy in front of the camera. You guys have just as much power to do great things as I'm doing, with my camera, my videos. You guys in the community, just talking to someone. If somebody pops up in YouTube and says, I'm lonely, or my father just died, or something like that, you guys have the power to actually go and jump on that guy and say, dude, what can we do for you? I mean, you literally have the power to make someone's life better within our community. It's not just me. All of us can do this. I mean, shit, if I can do it, then you can do it. I'm a fucking 45-year-old drunk, lazy asshole. If I can do this shit, then God damn it, what's your excuse? Hang on. More creme brulee. So, convention tips, because I know there are a lot of people out there that are going to their first convention this year. I've talked to a lot of them. So I'm going to give you my convention tips. And this is old man convention tips. This is something that I've noticed over the years that help out a whole lot when you're going to cons, because there was a time there where I was going to like 10, 15 conventions a year. I was never home. I was always at a convention. I was always on stage. I was always at a plane or an airport or something like that. And so I've got, I think, hopefully, some pretty good tips for you guys who are going to your first convention. And the first tip is get this, when you pack your bags, pack all of your clothes on your hangers. Just take your hanger with your clothes on them, roll them up, stick them in the bag. And then when you get to the convention, unroll them, take the hangers, hang them in the closet. Easy. It gets them out of the way. You don't have to deal with putting them away or living out of a bag. Just keep them on the hangers, hang them right back up, right? There you go. Con tips. Number 2, and this is a little bit, personal. Bring plushies, bring pictures, bring things with you, a few things at least, that are personal to you. And put them around your hotel room. Put them on the little nightstand and put them on the desk and put them put plushies and little pictures and stuff around your room. Because conventions are supposed to be a comfortable place. They're supposed to be home. They're going to be a really great experience for you. And if you can come back to your hotel room and it feels like home, for that weekend, then you're going to be much more comfortable. So put your plushies around and put them all over. Put them on the bed. Put them everywhere. Just make the place your own place. Number 3. This will make things a lot easier for you, especially if you're flying. Don't pack shampoo. Don't take conditioner. Don't take lotion. Don't take soap. Don't take any of that bullshit, because the hotels have that. They're already in there. And if you run out, you can go down to the front desk and ask for more, and they will just give you more. They will here, have all of it you want. Don't pack those, because if you take those on a plane, on a flight, then you've got to put them in a little bag, and they've got to be under 10 ounces, and it makes things a lot harder. They're going to inspect that stuff. Don't bother with that shit. Just the toiletries, mainly. Well, I mean, just like you wouldn't pack toilet paper, right? Don't pack shampoo, conditioner, lotion. You don't need that shit. They have that. The first thing you do, number 4 tip, first thing you do when you get to a con, well, after unpacking everything, you unpack your thing, you hang them up, you unpack your stuff. Next thing you do, go to either a grocery store or a convenience store and buy food. Buy canned food. Buy food that doesn't spoil. If you happen to have, because sometimes you will have a mini fridge in your room, great. Buy some meats and some bread so you can make some sandwiches or whatever. Buy food from a convenience store, because I'll guarantee you it's going to be twice as expensive if you try to constantly eat out of the restaurants. They're a lot of times they're worth it, but they're very inflated prices at the hotel restaurants, and the restaurants are going to be around. So just buy some food that you can nosh on in your room. Hell, even order pizza if you have to, and use and nom that. But try, keep your mind on the budget, the food budget there, because it can get really expensive if you eat at the restaurants in the area. Number 5, hand sanitizer. Even though people don't realize it, sometimes they get sick, sometimes they don't even realize they have a cold. There are going to be a lot of people at conventions that have viruses. They're going to be touching things, and unfortunately, you wind up catching those. Bring hand sanitizer, use it every time you touch something, and if at all possible, remember, don't touch your face. Don't touch your face, because if you're going to go around, you're going to touch things, you're going to do stuff, don't touch your face. Use hand sanitizer. That will make your life a lot easier. You will not come home with the con crud. Number 6, do not, and especially fursuiters do this, don't crank your room temperature down. I know a lot of fursuiters crank their room temperature down 55 degrees because they wear fursuits. It's hot. They want to come into a cold room. Don't do that, because you come into a cold room, you go out back into a hot place. You come into a cold room, you go back into a hot place. And that really challenges your immune system, and it's going to make you weaker to viruses and colds. So don't do that. And number 7, of course, is have fun. Don't forget to have fun, because believe it or not, that's something that you can forget to do. Chill out, relax, look on your schedule, see what you want to go to, and actually remember to chill out and have fun. We're going to take another break here, and after that, we're going to come back with your emails. We're going to answer them. I'm going to answer them. We're going to talk about them. I'm going to talk to you guys. It's going to happen. And I've got 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. See you on the other side. very lovely pictures there, I think. I really enjoyed those. Yep. Some of those were older. That's fine. Because a lot of times the new pictures that I get, they don't fill up the whole hour, so I have to go back to and the old pictures, they go into a pile, and eventually we're going to have this huge pile of really cool photos that we can use. Oh boy, I'm terrible. I'm so terrible. Okay, I died twice. Okay, we're good. As long as I've died twice, that's good. Let's get to the emails here. I wanted to talk about Drinkify. And the reason why is because there's a site called Drinkify.org, Drinkify.com, one of these. It's in the description below. You put in what you're listening to, the person you're listening to, like as in the Johnny Cash or Ozzy Osbourne or Motley Crue, and they will call up a drink that matches that particular mood. And I don't know how this happened, but I actually put in Ranting Griffin, and a picture of me popped up with a drink, and it was plum wine. I don't know why. I hate sweet drinks, but it was there. So apparently they know about me. I don't know why. Oh, sorry. Hang on. What? Okay, there we go. 2, have you considered posting all the old Beercast photos onto your website? My website is kind of defunct at this point. There was a time when websites were important, personal websites. It doesn't seem like that's the way it's going anymore. It doesn't seem like people go to personal websites anymore. They go to YouTube, or they go to Facebook, or they go to Instagram, and they follow people there. And I don't know if I'm going to actually... I know it's outdated. I don't know if I'm going to update it. I just don't know. I don't know if it's necessary, because you guys are all here. You guys didn't need my website to come here to be watching this right now. So I don't know if personal websites is the wave of the future, the place that things are going to go. So, and the only thing I could really do on my website is really, just kind of mirror what I'm doing on YouTube and what I'm doing on Facebook and Twitter. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to even update that anymore. The ranting-griffin.com may just go down, because I'm not sensing that it's really the way that things are going. Either way, on to emails. Anonymous says, you've said many funny things on stage/camera before, also encouraging and even sentimental things, but have you ever said anything stupid or embarrassing that you really wish you hadn't? If so, how did you handle it? I can think of one thing that I said that I hadn't really researched before I said it, and I was doing a panel with Uncle Kage, and I said that animal intelligence and animal sentience was in a way more pure than human sentience, because animals don't know how to lie. And pretty much as soon as I said that, I started thinking about these colorful birds that actually flap around in the water and look and try to pretend like they're injured to attract predators away from their young. And I was like, oh, animals can lie. They do know how to lie. And I felt kind of embarrassed about that. And the way that I dealt with it was I just simply admitted that I was wrong. Because I don't mind being wrong. Everybody's wrong sometimes, and the quicker and the more that you admit that you're wrong and can learn how you're wrong, well, that is something that leads to your being right. You know something that you didn't know before, and now you're more educated. And I hate willful ignorance. I hate that shit. I want if I'm wrong about something, tell me that I'm wrong and tell me how I'm wrong. Prove it to me, and I will go, oh my God, you're right. I was wrong, and I will incorporate that into myself. I cherish that. I want that. Next mail. Anonymous. 2, I'm not sure what to ask about, but I do want to ask, do you have any advice for someone that's asking their mate to marry them? Oh, boy. Okay. Well, with that one, okay. In general, what I've noticed about this, people who want to ask someone to marry them generally go far above and beyond what their mate expects or wants. In general, the mate expects or wants something sensual, something private, something very intimate. They don't necessarily want you to slip a ring on them in front of an entire fucking hockey game. They don't want that. They want something that comes right from you, directly from your heart. So I don't suggest planning any huge, massive thing to cause. I don't think they need that. They don't want that. They just want something. They want you, who you are, to be who you are, and to, be in front of them as a human being, and to ask them if they would spend the rest of their life with you. Silverlight, who was my very first patron, by the way, says, performance report from the first patron boss. And I say she, I don't know. He may be a he. I'm not sure. Says, you're doing great. Keep up the good work. Also, if you're ever going to be in the vicinity of Charlotte, North Carolina, drop me a line. I'd love to show you my favorite bar, the Flying Saucer Draft Emporium. I think you'd really like it. The closest I really ever regularly get to Charlotte, North Carolina is Raleigh, North Carolina. And that's in general to visit Uncle Kage, and which is at least a few hours drive. I'm not sure if I could make it there, but if I ever find myself over there, I will absolutely let you know before I get there, and we will go to the Flying Saucer Draft Emporium, and we will drink ourselves stupid, and it will be great. Inkster. Oh, hi, Inkster. Inkster's writing again. I'm going to need a beer for this. Inkster says, hello once again, Space Chicken. I am not a space chicken. I'm not a space... And hello to everyone watching. Inkster here with some breeze to share. Something did come to mind during the last Beercast as you were mentioning your friends and how they felt towards the metric ton of time you spent working on your videos and comedy. It does seem like they haven't really seen anyone in the situation you're in now. Because normally, someone would be working a job under someone else, doing long, tiring hours, only to make it home at the end of the day, exhausted with a paycheck at hand, and with a sense of dread for the next day. Whereas you are instead at home doing something you love and care about with supportive fans and a sense of excitement, and continue where you left off the next day. I was just talking with one of my patrons about this, and I don't know. I kind of hope. I don't know, but it would be nice if the way of the future went that everybody just cut out the middlemen. There's always companies that supply things to you. And a lot of those things are often people. And now that we have the internet, now that we have global communication between individuals, it doesn't seem like we need that anymore. You don't need to go to a company to ask them, can you supply a maid for my house? You can simply go to a maid online and say, I would like to hire you to come to do this thing for me. And I really would like to see that kind of thing happen. This is kind of what's happening to me right now. I'm not going through any third-party company or anything like that. You guys are supporting me. You're making it able. You're giving me the ability to actually do what I like to do. It's almost like Star Trekian economy. I get to do what I like to do for you guys. You guys in return support me so I can actually continue to do what I'd like to do for you guys. And that is amazing. And that's, I think, the power of the internet right now is that we don't have to go through this third-party crap. We can just go to people and say, I like what you do. I'm going to give you some money. You do this thing for me. I'm doing a thing for you. And that's the end of the contract. There's no big business. There's no fucking corporate shit. It's just a person and a person making a deal and handshaking on it and saying, got a deal there. Let's do it. I really like that idea. I really, really want to see things go more towards that. And right now, I'm actually living that life. And I am so very happy with it. I sleep very little. I wake up. I do videos all the time. I talk with patrons. I edit. I'm constantly working, and I enjoy every minute of it. And the reason that I can is because while I'm doing this stuff, a check comes in every month, and I can go, oh, rent paid, bills paid. Great. Back to editing, back to filmmaking. I can do more videos. This is the way it should be. I think in this time, there's no reason that we need to have these companies, these large corporate bullshit companies that are standing between, the people who want service and the service. We don't need that anymore. So, Flair Ultimus says, come to Newfoundland. I would love to. I've never been there. I would love to actually, I would love to experience that country. I want to experience that country. I want to go to Sweden. I want to go to Norway. I would love to see Denmark. Those are the northern European countries are the ones that I haven't actually seen. The ones in the mainland I've been to all those. They're wonderful. I love them, except for Spain. I'm not going to go there. Other than that, Greece was not great either. Anyway, on because I've got to finish these mails or else I don't have the time. Vexic Bayan says, Dear bird person, I hope this message finds you well. I'm a fur living in the north side of Colorado Springs. Holy fuck, dude! And I'm in the process of establishing my own sort of production studio with a few friends for producing podcasts, gaming videos, old format radio shows, etc. And as a longtime fan of yours, I would love to get together, perhaps over lunch, and bounce some of my ideas off of you. Any notes or tips you could give would be much appreciated, and it would be nice just to sit down and talk one-on-one with a professional entertainer such as yourself. Such as yourself. This beer is getting to me. As a side note, I watched your latest show where you discussed doing auditions for a co-host position on the rebirth of your 2 Cent show, and I would very much be interested in pursuing that opportunity. How many furry production studios are in Colorado Springs? Colorado Springs seems to be the central black hole singularity of furry production studios. I fucking love it here. This is the most amazing place I've ever been. Yes, absolutely, I would love to meet with you. Send a mail to my normal email address, ranting-griffin.com, ranting-griffin.com. And yes, please, you're in Colorado Springs. Come. I have a perfect restaurant. We will sit down. We will talk. We will talk about production things. We can do stuff together. If there's any way that I could help you, you could help me, we can help the furry fandom, then fuck yes, let's do it. Why wouldn't we? So yes, please contact me, please, and we will talk about this. Shitara says, oops, forgot to sign my last email. I'm the guy who works just down the street from you. Or by the time you read this email, I will have left that job behind me. Just wanted to ask you if you have any free time just to hang out. I would love to just hang out with the bird. Shoot me an email back or even read this on your next show. By the way, if you guys remember the guy who wrote to me and said, I work just down the street from you. And I was like, I could throw a rock and hit you. Me and a couple of friends of mine actually went up there and we busted into his convenience store at 2 a.m. Was like, sup? And we hung out for like a good 20, 30 minutes and just chatted. We bought a few things and it was fun. It was great meeting him. It was really odd. I kind of wished I'd actually filmed the thing on my phone, but I didn't. Either way, to answer your question, here's the thing. Free time is not something I have an abundance of lately. Not that I'm complaining. I love the fact that every time I wake up, I know what I have to do. I have to do something, and I go and do it. I actually really enjoy that. I enjoy being useful. But it does make it to where, free time, it doesn't happen very often for me. I did every now and then, maybe I might get a half a day. I might get like 5 hours where I'm like, oh, good, whew, nothing to do. And I can sit back and not do anything, but that's rare. So, I don't know. We'll see. Contact me, like I said, previous email address or on Twitter. You can contact me on Twitter too. That'll work. And I'll at least talk to you online while I'm sitting here editing and doing work and stuff. So, Oh my God, that's good beer. I love it. Oh. Another anonymous. Hey, two, really happy to see you being so active on YouTube. Yay! I really love your Beercasts and your gameplay videos, and of course your rants. It's a really nice blast from the past. Well, thank you for that. I was a regular 2 Cents listener. Any chance that your Beercast and the possible new incarnation of 2 Cents might show up on iTunes? That would be really great. All the best, Bird. I will admit, I don't even know how to use iTunes. I've never been on it. I've never wanted it. Short little rant here. I don't... pardon me. I don't touch Apple products. And it's not because it's, PC versus Mac. I think whatever tool works for you best. And that's fine. That's great. I don't have anything against the technology itself, and I'm not like all biased against, towards PC and Mac. I personally do not like Apple's business practices. I don't like the way that they actually steal patents out from under other people. I don't like the way that they have made it illegal to actually jailbreak your federal crime to jailbreak your iPhone so that it's usable in a way that you want it. You don't buy anything from Apple. You rent it. It's not yours. I don't like their business practices, and because of that, I don't touch Apple products. So I don't know how to do that. If somebody else could tell me how to actually get that stuff on iTunes or maybe do it for me, then I wouldn't have a problem with that, but I'm not going to touch it myself. That's just me. Let's see. BT Werewolf, hello to... first of all, thank you for all you do and how you do it. Just stay yourself and be well. I'll do that. I'll try. In regards to Valiant Hearts, I hope, even though sending the receiving mail to this Beercast email safely arrived with you and is now part of your Steam library, computer games can teach us about so much and in a positive way. And I think the most important thing Valiant Heart teaches us is never to forget the sacrifices of your forefathers. There's a lot more to this email. I'm not reading all of it. But that's one great thing that I love about video games is that you can actually experience something that you would never normally be able to experience in your life. And you can derive some experience and some learning from that experience. And without having to go through, a war, you can go through a war and nobody has to die. You can go through a traumatic experience, even though nobody had to go through a traumatic experience. And you can learn things from video games that you couldn't normally actually, to be able to do it normally, you would have to go through yourself. You would have to go through a war. You'd have to go through a tragedy. And it's so much better that you can learn this virtually rather than in reality. So video games are amazing that way. Cedar says, by the time you read this, I'll be gone. But in a good way. See, I'm finally getting my life together, getting my CDL, commercial driver's license, and will most likely be driving all over the country. This is the year I finally became self-sufficient and can finally get away from leeching off my family like I have for so long. Maybe if one of my truck routes sends me your way, we can hang out sometime. P.S. This also means I will be able to move in with my boyfriend. Congratulations. Congratulations on getting something together, doing something, moving forward. You always have to move forward. I talk to a lot of young people, currently even, and young people expect, because this is what they're used to, and young people as in 18, 21, they're expecting something to be moved forward for them. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because at that point, you're your own person. And when I see people that age that go, you know what? I'm making a step. I'm going to move my life forward. It's like, there you go. Your life has begun. You have to move your life forward. Nobody's going to do it for you. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I love to see that. I hope you do wind up having a route through here. If you do, stop by. We'll hang out. I'll have a beer. I'll have this beer. I'll have this beer ready for you. Last mail. I may get through all of them. Tiger Ekstrom says, hey, too, first of all, you've been doing an amazing job as my employee. I have a patron here. And I would like to thank you for all the hard work you've been putting in. I hope you're liking the new job so far. Secondly, now that you're back and being an entertainer YouTuber full-time, how did your family and friends respond when you told them that random people on the internet are paying you a salary each month so you can play video games and shout at a camera? And thirdly, mainly because I'm a curious cat, what jobs did you do in the past few years on a scale of Justin Bieber to shawarmas, and how much did they suck? Keep up the good work. Looking forward to seeing 2 Cents back again soon, and it will be. Hopefully with Jibba as a special guest to kick it off. Fact is, my family, my blood family, in the 15, near 20 years that I've been doing what I do, none of them have taken interest in any of it. None of them. My adopted sister came to one of my comedy shows. Other than that, they don't care. It's just not in their interest. You guys are my family. You guys are the ones that I feel closest to. And I hope you take that with you on to the next Beercast, because it's very true. We'll see you guys in the next Beercast. Got to take off for now. Have a good weekend.